Hey everyone, Sean here, and today in this video, I haven't done this in a while for the Hawke Talks, which is just me talking over a video of sorts, just like the old days, right? Nowadays people use like face cams and close-ups and all that fun stuff. But anyway, going back to the classic format for this video, for the sake of the Gen 9 now, that's coming in for this year essentially, featuring Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. So pretty straightforward, I guess, with the colors now. I mean, Scarlet sounds pretty cool, but Violet, and then there's Violet, so but anyway, pretty interesting. They're going for orange and purple this time around, so kind of reminds me of like Pokemon Unite in a way, I guess, with their orange and purple colors. But going off of, but anyway, I just wanted to definitely put in my 2 cents about it and all the like some analysis stuff and stuff like that. First off, and overall, I think it looks already interesting in concept. I do like the fact that they are going for more of a Mediterranean look this time around. A lot of people have been comparing it to like Greece, Spain, even some I think it has some like Italy qualities to it, or Italian qualities to it. It seems like more Southern Europe sort of vibes to it this time around. I think it's a pretty cool sort of location or region to sort of be inspired from, or area I should say, so to say, for this region. I don't know the area or the region name for this time around for right now, but it looks really cool. I think, again, in concept anyway, and the art direction for it for right now, it looks really colorful, bright. It definitely reminds me of like Luca, the Disney Pixar movie with the fish guys and stuff like that, and the setting and all that stuff. I actually really like that movie from the visual standpoint because it was so colorful, so vivid, and I think some of that is being sort of reminded here in this Pokemon game here that's coming up. So I thought we're gonna get some more DLC for Arceus, but we did. It's just like maybe some quests and some battles and just like more challenging stuff, which is kind of cool. But it is something, but nothing like huge. Nothing like, there's no like additional Pokemon or like big features like co-op battles or co-op play or battling with people or anything like that. We're definitely already getting a Gen 9 sort of reveal here. Again, with the region area, I think it looks pretty cool or pretty neat. Now, regarding to the graphics, yes, it's definitely has that same sort of rough edge sort of look to it, very jaggedy, just like in Arceus Legends. Looks like there's that sort of same or similar sort of dev cycle with this game as was with maybe Sword and Shield and other games over the years, and of course with Arceus Legends, or Legends Arceus, I should say. And I think that's like what the game is gonna look most likely look like by the time it comes out. There is a lot of time in between, sure, but I just have a feeling that it will still have that rough edge look to it. The jaggedness and like the similar jank will probably show up, and that's what I'm expecting myself to see. But there's always definitely some hope, for some optimism, and they could possibly get that all fixed up by the time the game comes out, for sure. But usually with these games, or Game Freak and stuff like that nowadays, not so much. I mean, it does get cleaned up a bit noticeably, but again, the jank and stuff like that, it will probably show up just like in Legends Arceus by the time it came out too. So, but anyway, graphically or in concept, it looks really cool. I think I really like the overall brightness and vividness that it gives off of, and the fact that it is inspired from the more Southern Europe areas, including Spain, Greece, and the Mediterranean areas, and Italy and all that fun stuff. So I think that's a really cool sort of inspiration this time around. Now, when it comes to the other designs, the player characters, I think there's been some controversy because of how sort of neutral they look this time around. There's nothing like super exaggerated, nothing like they don't look out of the ordinary. They look very much like normal. The eyes are definitely drastically different from your typical, Pokemon protagonist and stuff like that. I think I'm kind of just indifferent overall. I don't hate it. I don't really like it either. I'm definitely more of a neutral position, and there is always the possibility of customizing your person or your character. There's always that too. Legends Arceus did have a good amount of like customization, so maybe that'll carry over. So that sort of like, I guess, like mentality or whatever will carry over to this game, and hopefully that means we'll get a lot of customization options, which is why they look neutral in this one. So that way, when you go into the customization, it'll like blow up. It'll like make more of like a drastic changes, more contrast to it. And I also think is neat that the different versions, Scarlet and Violet, do come with like different colors for the MCs. Just a nice little bit of detail there, or just like nice little difference, I guess you can say, or feature. I think they'll maybe change up the outfits too, possibly, but probably not. I don't know. We'll see about that part. But this thing is neat that they do come with like different colors when you get different versions of the game. And yes, by the way, they went back to the 2 versions, which is whatever. That's just Pokemon tradition at this point, I guess. And yes, we do have the 2 versions back into play, but that's kind of like the usual Pokemon thing. So I guess whatever. I mean, it's not out of the ordinary, I guess. So there is that. Unlike Legends Arceus, which I did really like. So that way, it's a lot more accessible. But looks like this is going to be the actual main game. So they just went back to the 2 versions, so it can't be helped, I guess. But at least it comes with like some cool little differences too, besides probably just the exclusive Pokemon that'll come with. But the purple outfit, whatever. Now, of course, the other big sort of topic of the conversation here is the Pokemon themselves, the starters, the new Pokemon starters have been revealed as well in their first forms, of course. And we do have, let me pull it up here. We're gonna start with the apple crocodile looking thing, which is Fuecoco, which is like fuego and crocodile, or I forget the Spanish name or word for crocodile was, but it's derived from Spanish words, so I think that's a funny little pun, as always. They always do these puns, which is per tradition of Pokemon games. Next one up is the grass cat. This one's been probably the more popular one. It is Sprigatito. I think that's I hope I'm getting that right, but very Spanish-esque. And it's a grass cat. It's very simple. It's a grass cat. That's all I can say. It does look very cute, but there has been some discrepancies because of how the cats have been treated as starters, right? Or at least one of them anyway, especially with Litten. They thought it was gonna be like a cool, like elegant, cute-looking cat throughout its evolutions, but it turned into a wrestler, which is fine by me. I do like my wrestling characters, but for a lot of people, it was like a 180, So hopefully, for the sake of it, I think they might go just for a more of a normal cat sort of design for this one throughout its evolutions, but you never know. Like it could be something completely different. It'll probably be bipedal or something like that, like a lot of these like evolution lines, but you just never know, right? You can only wait and see. But I think it's just funny of how people are just like super cautious about these cat Pokemon as starters, just because they can become something drastically different in some cases. So I mean, you can say the same thing for Fuecoco, which that does apply to that one as well in some ways. It could be more badass. It could be probably kind of dumb looking. Well, I don't know. It could probably look dumb throughout the whole thing, or silly, I should say. You just never know. The last one is an interesting one, Quacksley. This one's like the least Spanish-esque name. And this one's like a lot of people have been comparing it to like Donald Duck, or like the DuckTales sort of character with Louie, Dewey, and Huey, I think. I hope I get my names right with the nephews. But anyways, the ducks. It's what kind of reminds me of this one. Obviously, that's what comes to mind really. The design is kind of interesting, especially the top of the head. It kind of looks like a beret or something like that, or one of those like caps that a lot of like stereotypical Italians wear in like old cartoons. That could be part of the inspiration, maybe, perhaps, or just or just like those sort of cities in Europe. They wear those hats. I should say, it's like a stereotypical European sort of character kind of look to them. I think that's kind of funny. But yeah, it's a water type. So traditionally, personally for me, I usually do not grab or gravitate towards the water Pokemon. I always gravitate towards the fire starters, which means I will be choosing Fuecoco for right now. But it's very silly looking. It's a apple crocodile looking thing. People are liking that one as more than I expected, but I think it looks really silly for right now. But we'll see we'll have to see about the second and third evolutions. As for all Pokemon too. I mean, again, with the grass cat, man, that's gonna be the most controversial one of the bunch, maybe, because there's always that controversial one. And with Sun and Moon, I think it was like the seal looking one. I forget what the name was. It was like Prima something. Forgive me for not remembering the name completely, but that was probably the most controversial one, I think, from if I can recall correctly. But probably the same similar case could happen here with the Sprigatito with its final evolution. But yeah, I think overall as a whole, I'm gonna be honest, like when I first glanced at it, I thought this is kind of looking a little more like a fake mon kind of thing, like some like fans drew and stuff like that. Not saying it's bad, but it's just kind of like it just very more towards that sort of design, sort of aesthetic kind of thing. And now they're like maybe reaching out to people now or something like that. But no, I think these are just the usual sort of designs from your usual staff and stuff like that from Game Freak and whatever. So it's these are your starters. So that's essentially it, and I'm gonna go with Coco for right now. That's just how it goes for me. But my goodness, the fan artists or the artists on Twitter and stuff like that, they are quick about those fan arts, man. That's definitely what I gotta say here. But to cover the other like sort of areas that was obviously revealed for the trailer, it was a 3-minute trailer. It's going to be open world. It looks like they're borrowing a lot of things or carrying over a lot of things from Legends Arceus, because it now did pretty successfully, as I thought. So I think it's a wise move to pretty much carry these mechanics over to here and make it very much a open world game. And I think that's a very cool thing, especially with this region. I think this is the right time to do it, and hopefully this will be sort of the norm for this point on. And it looks like they actually are starting to sort of consider evolving the franchise at this point, one step at a time, I guess. At least the Pokemon like overall sort of format is going to be open world, like truly open world. Sure, I mean, it always kind of felt like you're going through an open world sort of way, but it always felt like you're contained. But now you can like seamlessly go to the forest, you can go into the city, you can go into this part of the the city and stuff like that, with the docks and the water and all that stuff, the beach, of course. There are some desert areas, of course, some dry areas and stuff like that for the appropriate Pokemon. Don't forget about the possibly new Pokemon that will pop into this generation as well. I can't wait to see those Pokemon as well. Hopefully I find some Pokemon in Generation 9 that'll really I can grab onto, throughout the generations, like Luxray from Gen 4, Leafeon, that sort of thing. I hope to God that they introduce a new evolution in this one, at least 2 or whatever. That would be really nice. There actually is quite a bit left in the lineup when it comes to the types and stuff like that have not been covered by EVs. I hope to see some sort of evolutions in this generation anyway. We did not get anything from Sword and Shield, unfortunately, but hopefully this time this could be a thing. This could be the time for a new evolution to step in. That'll be really cool. Yeah, so seeing something like a flying type, a ground type, or bug type, poison type, steel, dragon, that sort of thing, that'd be really cool to look forward to. Either way, a new evolution out of any type will be welcomed in my book. Because yeah, again, I'm kind of aching for a new evolution. Anyway, that is pretty much all we can cover. I mean, the trailer itself was pretty cool. I mean, I thought the trailer itself was like a live-action Pokemon series or something with, you know, a Japanese cast or something like that. But no, it was a brand new Pokemon game, and I was kind of surprised actually that they actually did it, you know, whatever. With revealing Generation 9 right after Legends Arceus. Looks like they were making these games side by side, maybe. I'm not too sure. That's why the open world mechanics kind of carried over seamlessly, it seemed like, right? We even have the same sort of jagginess and jankness, you know, with the Pokemon running at like 15 frames per second when you're like far away or something like that. Some parts of the trailer were pretty rough too, so there is that. But, you know, again, there's a lot of time in between, so there is hope for it, but expect it to be having that similar jankness that you've sort of seen from Legends of Arceus. So that is something hopefully we can all kind of brace impact for. Hopefully by then we'll see, you know, plenty of polish to be a more of a pleasant experience. Well, overall, I'm still pretty excited. I will like to look forward to this. I would like to see more information come out from it, of course. You know, more new Pokemon, maybe some new information about like the mechanics, the gameplay side of things. You know, I hope they'll carry over how like you can like just run around and you know, check out the battle, like just run around with your trainer and stuff like that, just like in Legends of Arceus and stuff like that. I actually do like that feature. It's kind of just feels really dynamic. I hope that same sort of dynamic nature will carry over to Scarlet and Violet and all that stuff. So so yeah, I hopefully that'll be the thing, and so I look forward to it. It'll probably come out in November or around that window, you know, the holidays, that sort of window. And yeah, so again, I do look forward to it right now, and I'm gonna be picking Scarlet for right now. So yeah, I'm a Scarlet man for the time being. So that's all I got for this video. Thank you so much. Don't forget to like and subscribe, all that stuff, blah blah blah. Hit the bell, yeah, that really helps out. So if you have any comments about Pokemon Scarlet, Violet, what starters you're gonna pick, what version you're gonna pick, anything like that, leave it down below in the comment section. I would like to check them out. And yeah, so this has been the Hawke Talks on pretty much my thoughts on Scarlet and Violet as they were revealed to the world very recently. So thank you very much. I'll see y'all in the next video. Ciao now.